Welcome to the Cryptosphere. This is Cryptogenic coming at you. Today is Wednesday, January 5th at 2 p.m. here in sunny California. I just got done making a 30-minute video for you, only to realize at the end of the video that I was not recording. So I'm doing this all over again, but that's okay because I'm committed to getting this content out to you today. Today is the day that you need Cryptogenic in your life more than any other day. Why? Because we're looking at a red candle. Folks, you don't need me on green days. You need me on red days. Why? Because it's easy to sleep in peace, wake in joy, and walk in love on green days. It's not so easy to sleep in peace, wake in love, and wake in joy and walk in love on red days. This is what my channel is all about. How do you find joy on red days? Now, I put out a video yesterday and I talked about Theta token. I got a couple of comments. First comment I got, first of all, I love all the comments. I'm thankful for it. So when I mention a comment, I'm not trying to bash the person who left the comment, but I'm simply trying to explain. I see it as a question and an opportunity for an explanation. And I said that if Theta token broke down to $1.90, it would be a gift. And this person's response was, it would only be a gift if you had never bought into Theta token before, but it would not be a gift if you had bought into Theta token before. Well, actually, if you think like an investor, it's still a gift, and I'll show you why. Shall I use Bitcoin? I mean, we could pretty much use any asset, but let's just take Bitcoin. Let's say you bought in over here at 19,000. Let's say you bought in December of 2017 and you bought in at $19,000, and then surprise, 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 it breaks all the way down, 83% down. It breaks all the way down to $3,150, right? By the end of the year. So this is a horrifying year for you, right? And you say that's not a gift. An 83% drop is not a gift. But let's say you held. Let's say you held. And then you bought it again at 11,000, and you bought it again at 8,400, and you bought it again at 6,400, and you bought it again at 4,100, and then you bought it again at 3,400. You would look back today, just even where it is today, and say that drop was a gift. Because without that drop, I'm up 126%. But with that drop, because of that drop, my bottom buy is up 1,270%. See, what we all want is the opposite. We want the order to be opposite. We want to buy it at 3,100 and then buy it again at 5,500 and then buy it again at 10,000 and then buy it again at 19,000 and then buy it again. In other words, we want all of our buys to be profitable from the first buy. We want to get the order right. We're not so concerned about ultimate profitability as about the order of profitability. I want to be profitable in the right order, in an order that doesn't cause me any emotional angst. And it just doesn't always work that way. But the person who's patient enough to buy it all the way down will eventually experience this profitability in time. And so that's the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is sometimes, we all want to get the order right, but we don't always get the order right. And so if we think like investors instead of like gamblers, if we think like gamblers, I'm going to throw the dice and I want money now. I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to, you're playing roulette and you're just, tossing it, the little thing out on the craps table. That's not what investors do. Investors look for value, they invest in that value, and then they wait. And, a lot of us, we got in the crypto market thinking we're going to be millionaires in 45 minutes. It doesn't work that way, folks. Are we going to be millionaires? If you have the patience to stick through this market, yes. And even for those of you who bought Theta token at $15, you know what? If it goes down to $1.90, it's still a gift. Because, I mean, imagine it, from $15 to $2. You put in $1,000 at $15, okay. What do you get, 300 or something like that? I don't know. But if you put in $1,000 at $2, you get 500 of them instead of getting 80 of them. Anyway, you understand what I'm saying. So patience, my friend. Somebody commented on my BCH chart yesterday and said, "You're not optimistic about BCH in this bullish market? Like, why are you not optimistic about BCH?" Friend, there's a difference between being optimistic and being emotional. When I'm emotional, I'll start trying to make the chart say things that it doesn't say. If the chart is bearish, I'm going to say the chart is bearish. And sure enough, since I put that video out yesterday, we've broken through the floor in the RSI, and now we've broken down beneath the trend in the price, which puts $351 into play. Does that mean I'm not optimistic? The fact that I'm just reading the chart and telling you what it says? No, I still expect a $1,200 and a $4,000 and $8,000 and even a $100,000 BCH in time. But the fact that it looks to me like it's going to revisit $351, it doesn't mean I'm not optimistic about the future. It doesn't mean I'm not bullish on it. I'm bullish on BCH, but the worst thing we can become is emotional about crypto assets. We got to give them time. Being emotional about it is the opposite of patience. And the crypto market is a mechanism for transferring the assets of the impatient to the wallets of the patient. Warren Buffett said that about the stock market. If it's true for the stock market, it is supremely true of the crypto market. I'm just going to look at a few assets here and then I'm going to move on. Sol, I think we've topped out. We could get one more push to $5.30, but I doubt it. This is the 10-day EMA. Since September, we've been using the 10-day EMA as support. There's not even enough information on this chart to give me a line if I put in a 50-day EMA. But I would imagine the 50-day EMA would be way down here. So we need to come down and test it. I think we're going to have to pull back to about $1.39. Does that mean I'm not bullish on Sol? No. I just think it's done so incredibly well. I mean, if you look at this, if you go down to the bottom, even where we're sitting right now, it's done 2,200%. So it's done well, but now we've got bearish divergence in the RSI. We're making lower highs while we're making higher highs. It simply means it needs to cool off for a while. It needs to come down and consolidate, which is great because that gives us time to accumulate more before we take off. And seeing that we added this to the portfolio at 62 cents, even coming down to $1.39, I think we're doing very well. Solana, it needs to consolidate more. It needs to pull back more. We started making bearish divergence in the RSI. Goes back to April of this year. We made a lower high in September, another lower high, another lower high. Simultaneously, we're still going up. We saw this same thing with Bitcoin earlier in the year, and now it's just starting to pull back. My bottom target is $61. My sweet spot is $85. That's where Solana becomes a buy for me. Doesn't mean I don't believe in Solana. Doesn't mean it's not a strong asset, but all strong assets have to consolidate for a while. My target was $301. We didn't quite hit that target. We made it to $258, somewhere around there, around $250. I'd say that's good enough for now. We could get one more push up, but I doubt it. XRP looks like it's trying to break beneath the line. Basically, we're testing the bottom of this line here. This is a descending wedge, which is inherently bearish, but it is a reversal pattern that turns bullish most of the time. So I'm expecting at some point to get a bullish break out of this falling wedge, and once that happens, I expect to get a bullish break out of this triangle. So I'm expecting that this breakdown beneath the line is probably just another wick like this. However, if we close beneath this line, that's another story. And if we break beneath this line in the RSI, that's another story as well. Then some of these lower levels in the RSI come back into play again. So we're going to be watching it. Last one, VRA, Veracity. We're breaking beneath the line here in the RSI. We're breaking beneath the line here in the price. I expected us to hold this line and head toward the top of this trend line again. I expected us to hold this line in the RSI and head toward the top of this trend line again. But instead, the RSI is breaking down, the price is breaking down, and that brings 1.9 cents into play again in terms of price if we close beneath this line. And that also brings this line of support into play again in the RSI. However, what's encouraging is last time we hit that line in the RSI, bam, look what happened. And so if we come back down to this line in the RSI, maybe we consolidate for a while and then bam, we break out. We just have to wait to see what the new trend is, because we're going to be establishing a new trend in the price, but we are breaking down bearish here. And so there's temporary bearishness that I see happening here on this veracity chart. I'm going to quickly look at Harmony 1. Harmony 1 is bullish. RSI is bullish. Falling wedge should get a bullish break there. And it's well within the trend. It's not breaking down beneath the trend. I think the target of $1.09 probably in the next several weeks, we should see it happen unless we break down under this line. But it looks to me like we're honoring that line. We're well within it. We're well within the trend in the price. Harmony 1 looks bullish to me. All right, last one, Flamingo. Flamingo came down to 29 cents. I think we could revisit that. This is a classic bear pennant. And if we break down out of there, we should retest this just as the RSI should retest this line here. All right, folks, that's all I got for you today. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I see, what I think, and what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. If you have enjoyed today's video and got any value out of it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, leave me a comment, and above all, make it your aim to sleep in peace, wake in joy, and walk in love. This is Cryptogenic signing out.